So this is what the balloon will look like on the inside.
Hey everybody, I'm Devin, and this is my beautiful bride Amber.
We're a married, interabled couple here to reveal or remind you that you're complete in Jesus Christ alone. So today is a different kind of video. We're going to be changing my button, my G2 button, and we saw somebody else do this. I think their channel is called The Fry Life. Really cute couple, Mary and Peter. But anyway, we're going to be putting the button that came out of me into this bear. And we're filming this a little bit reverse. We've actually already changed my button as of filming this intro, and we've cleaned it, sterilized it. So before we show the footage of actually changing my button, we're gonna go ahead and give this unnamed bear the button. If you have any ideas for what we should name this bear, let us know.
I vote the Button Bear.
The Button Bear.
Mr. Button.
We didn't talk about this before filming, so that reaction was genuine.
Yep. Something I like to keep surprising her with. Should we first demonstrate what happens when we
to the balloon
before we insert it?
Yes. Yes, we should.
Can you hold this?
Yep.
The button's right here. Then there's a blue thing that you stick inside of it when you're trying to insert it. And then you got an extension that attaches to the button. And then you got a syringe which you use to fill up the button.
Yeah. And normally you don't want to be touching the part that's actually going on the inside, which is this. I don't know if you can see, but can you hold it a little closer to the camera? Okay, so the top part is what's going to be on the outside, and that bottom part, you normally don't want to be touching it, but since this is just going to be used for the bear, it doesn't really matter if Devin touches it. So he's got the water. I don't know why I was trying to grab it.
In the syringe.
Yes.
And then it goes into this little hole.
That's on the side. And the water that goes in to this balloon never actually goes into the stomach. It just fills up the balloon. So it's almost like two different channels here. So this is what the balloon will look like on the inside. And obviously you don't actually see that when it's, inside a person. But that's what holds the balloon in place. And that's what it'll look like on the inside of the bear, too.
And simply to deflate the balloon, all you do is go.
Basically the opposite of what we just did. So he's sucking the water out. And for demonstration purposes, should we use the blue thing this time?
Yep.
So the blue thing goes into the hole that the extension normally goes into, and that just kind of keeps the whole thing from being all wiggly. That way it's easier. Okay, so now we've already made the incision in the bear.
The stoma.
Yes, the stoma.
There we go.
So it's in there, and now Devin's going to inflate the balloon. Nice.
And I pull out the blue thing?
Yep. And boom, there we go. Should we demonstrate putting the extension on it too?
Yes. I'm just going to put...
Whoops. So we're obviously not going to put any water in it because it would go inside the bear. But we're putting on the extension just to demonstrate.
And that's locked and ready, locked and loaded.
Yes. And right here is the clamp, this white thing. And when you unclamp it, that allows water or whatever you're putting in to go in. And when it's unclamped, you want to make sure that these are not open like it is right now when it's an actual person, because then things that are on the inside can come out. So when those are open, you always want it to be clamped. But obviously, if you have a syringe or something here, you need to unclamp it before actually pushing the contents of the syringe in, because otherwise it's not going to go in if it's clamped. Nope. Before we get to showing the actual G-tube part, here's some cartoons that I colored on they have an app, the Mini One app. It's kind of cute, but I digitally colored these little cartoons. So now we're going to change my actual button, but I just want to explain a little bit. We do this every 3 months. That's what my insurance covers. And
make sure this
is closing the little thing there. So this one, however, they sent me a different brand that I'm not used to. So you'll see my button is very red, or not the button, but the skin around the stoma is very red. That's because this brand, it's called Avanos. It irritated me a lot. I actually only had this one in for 2 weeks, and it was just bad. So they did send me a different one. It's the Mini One brand. Avanos might work for some people, but it just did not work for me. So if you have kids watching, obviously you can show them the Mr. Bear part. But if you want them to be less nervous by actually watching the part with me, it might not be very good, because it kind of looks like it hurts, even though it doesn't, because it's so red, and the angle is kind of...
Sorry, I got distracted by Ruby. Ruby, go to bed. Go to bed, you cute distraction.
So the combination of the redness and the angle just makes it so it looks like it hurts, even though it doesn't. And if you're wondering what it does feel like, it's a bit of a strange feeling, but I've had this for like, oh my goodness, I think more than 10 years. So I'm very used to it. It basically, if you can imagine a earring, like a large piercing, it kind of just feels like pressure when it comes out. But you'll see we use like a jelly type of, when you're putting it in, you want to make sure you do that every single time. Because one time we didn't have, this was years ago, didn't have the jelly stuff, and it actually bled and made it pretty irritated. So that jelly stuff helps a lot. So now we're going to explain the contents of what's in the actual kit itself and show you the button being changed. And if you're squeamish, this might be where you want to stop watching as well.
Okay.
So some of the things in this kit we don't actually need, but it's my little SMA hand I'll point here. This is the lubrication stuff. And then over here, can you come here, Devin? There's the shadow. This is the actual G-tube itself. And then this blue stick thingy right here. And this is the syringe that we'll use to inflate the balloon with water, distilled water.
Yep.
And this syringe we don't use. This extension is an old extension, so we'll probably just throw that away because it's not compatible with my syringe anymore. And this extension is weird, so we don't use that either. And I think that's it. So Devin's gonna wash his hands and then we'll get started. Don't mind the angle and shaky camera. I'm holding the phone/camera, and we don't have a third person here, so we're doing it the best we can. And yes, here's my G-tube. It does look pretty red. That's because this button has been a terrible button. It's been really irritating. That's part of the reason we're changing it today. So don't mind the redness. Right now, he's getting it ready. So that's the actual button there. And right here, that's that blue thing that goes... Oh, where'd it go? Okay, it just landed on me. And he has to be careful not to... Oh, it's not in the shot. There we go. Has to be careful not to touch the part that goes actually on the inside. This is the lubrication stuff. He's gonna put that on the actual G-tube. Gotta slather it up. You want a lot of goopiness on it.
Like that.
Yep, then he'll put it there for later. We're still not to the part where we're actually removing the old G-tube, so. Okay, so now he's going to put this in this little hole right there. And he's going to suck the water out of it to deflate the balloon.
Then I'm putting the water
in the empty cup.
Yep.
It's really close to the camera.
And then
check to make sure we got all of it. Or he got all of it. That's just air.
Yep.
Okay, now we're actually going to take it out. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, we want to get gauze ready. Okay, so if you're squeamish, this is where... That wasn't too bad. Not a lot came out.
Nope.
There's the hole. And then we're going to get the new one and put it right in there. Voila. And now we can take the blue thingy out of it.
Well, I thought I usually wait till after the...
Oh, okay. Never mind. We won't take the blue thing out.
It's 6, right?
6 ml, yes. That's of distilled water. So he's getting some more water to inflate the balloon. Gotta make sure there's no bubbles or anything. Okie dokie. So you put it on the side, the whole thingy on the side. Can go faster. Alrighty, now it should be secure. Now that thing can come out, and we close that. And we should probably put some stuff around it, some cream to soothe it. And yeah, we just use triple antibiotic ointment.
Dolmark brand.
Yep.
That's done.
All done.
The video you just saw was made by Fallible Christians.
Although we diligently seek to represent the God of the Bible accurately, please understand that we are still being sanctified.
For absolute truth, please refer to the Bible.